Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy ColtsTalk. We're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the guy that stepped up the most so far this season, besides the record for the Indianapolis Colts, is rookie wide receiver Alec Pierce. Now, but going into the season, we had a whole lot of speculations, even going before the draft, of like, when are we going to get a veteran wide receiver? With T.Y. Hilton leaving, and only us have Michael Pittman Jr. left on that roster that's a true vet. Of course, you got Doolin, but he's a special teams guy more than anything. Paris Campbell, healthy scratch coming out the last year. You know, he can never really stay healthy. But I want to say give credit to Paris Campbell. So far, so good. Hope he's being used more in the future on the offense. He's on the field with snap counts, but barely gets the football. The most times he gets the football is like when it's late in the fourth quarter when we really don't need him. I think he could be implemented very well more now that he's on the field and active. Just like how Nyheim Hines is. It's like you have these guys, but you barely use them. But that's another conversation for another day. But we're going to be talking about Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce coming out the draft, everybody was high on him. All Colts fans were high on him. Of course, a lot of people wanted, George Pickens and that scenario. But when it comes to raw talent and actually being a receiver, Pickens is good on run blocking. Give him credit for that. But actual receiver talent, hand competition, him and Alec Pierce is hand in hand. Now, of course, Pickens has more athletic ability when it comes to catching a football. But I think that has more to do with the quarterback overthrowing him, and he has to go extends to get it. But one-on-one on jump balls, Alec Pierce, in general, has been a dog so far this season. And he stepped up to the plate because we questioned the wide receiver group all year long going into the season. And one thing I will say, I would give credit to Ballard. He was not phased this whole offseason. And he warned us about the wide receivers being able to step up and being that. Now, before you guys say anything, I am still on the verge of going to get a veteran wide receiver. Due to Ashton Dooling with this injury, he's going to be out 4 games. Somebody else has to step up. You got rid of Patman. You put him on the practice squad. I'm not really, sold on bringing Patman back. Love Patman. Sorry. He had his moment. It's time to get somebody else. We need a veteran wide receiver right now. This is the time for the Colts to step up and, push their way into the playoffs. This is the turnaround time. This is time for the season to turn around. Get it together, lock it in. You see they made the move at left tackle with Bernard Ryman being the for sure left tackle from now on out. Now it's time to get you another wide receiver. T.Y. Hilton is still out there in the air. You want to go get him, bring him back? Sure. It's not up to me. A veteran wide receiver in general. I'm just saying. But, plus you do have DJ Moore available. That's another thing to look at. But Alec Pierce is definitely a guy that Ballard, when you talked about the wide receivers, him drafting him, he stepped up to the plate. And I would give Ballard credit for that. I can't give him credit for everything else because he told us to be patient and trust the team, build through the draft, yada, yada, yada. Like, all of that right now is not really clicking for me. Only things I trust is the defense and Alec Pierce and the wide receiver and Michael Pittman Jr. Everything else is like pure speculation because his offensive line is still terrible. Matt Ryan is spotty. I mean, he's going through a lot, and I feel like the offensive line struggles has something to do with his playability, and now he's seeing ghost for the rest of the season. I don't think he can get any better as long as the offensive line gets better. So at this moment, he's just going to be seeing ghost for the rest of the year. But the only things I trust is the defense and the wide receiver group. It's up to everybody else to get themselves together because if we fix the head coaching game plan for the offense and if we fix the offensive line, we are looking at a playoff team right here. We have everything else. We have the talent. We just need some fixing. It's just that simple. But Alec Pierce definitely stepped up to the plate. The one-on-ones, the jump balls, like the in and outs, you can put him anywhere on the field. He is a go-to guy and he's reliable. That is another thing, reliable. You can rely on Michael Pittman Jr. You can even rely on Ashton Dooling. He stepped up in a lot of games. The tight end group, it's a little iffy. But Alec Pierce, if you need a guy to get the ball to him and actually going to go catch it, and we've seen it with our own eyes in pretty much every game, when it's like, what are you doing? Matt Ryan, why are you throwing that? Alec Pierce comes out of nowhere and catches the football. It's so easy for him. And he's only a rookie. And I would love to give credit to Reggie Wayne, the coach, because he has a lot to do with this. He is grooming him very well. And the season has just started. It's just started. We're still early in the year. Give him a whole season to get ready for the football. Like, he's going to be so nice when we get our real franchise quarterback. He's going to be so nice when we get our true quarterback one. And this is no discredit to Matt Ryan. Keep doing what you're doing. Just hold on to the football. But for future references, when we get us a real franchise quarterback, and Michael Pittman Jr. is the true wide receiver number one, and Alec Pierce is his dynamic duo, kind of like Adams and Renfro, but they're not them, but you get the message here. But that dynamic duo, when they get that, like a Mike Evans and Godwin for sure, if you want to use that. But those two, when they get a real franchise quarterback that they can develop with and learn consistently year after year at each other, and they keep developing together, if we can keep this team together, this is going to be magic for the Indianapolis Colts. This is going to be a magic moment for us. We just have to be patient and hold on until we get that draft pick. Now, when are we going to get the quarterback? Who knows? This carousel has been going on for 4 years now. Who knows when it happens? I hope it's this year. If we have to trade somebody, do it. I don't care who it is. I want a quarterback today, okay? Of course, we got to have Matt Ryan. Of course, some people are going to mention Sam Ehlinger. Please exit stage left. This is future references. I would like a quarterback in the offseason that we can groom throughout the process. Credit to Daniel Jones and the Giants. Credit to the Jets and Zach Wilson. We mentioned this on another show, but all of this is credit. I was on Brandon Drew's show and we mentioned all of this. All of this is credit to them. They stuck out through the process. They got them some talent. They got them a quarterback, and they developed through that. I would love to have that because they're playing good football right now, despite of what they may look like. They're young, energetic, and they have a new head coach too. We need that as well. So all of these to help Alec Pierce develop into a star. He's already doing it on his own, but this will help. A young quarterback and another head coach. Two things could work. Love you, Frank Reich. You're a good guy. But coaching, your time is up here in Indy. We have to move on. We just have to. Hopefully he can get another job if he doesn't retire. But as of now, as a Colts fan, or what we have to do moving forward in the offseason, we have to let go of old leashes. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. Our players are not getting younger. Our young guys are getting older. They're starting to understand the game. It's time to move on. We have to let Alec Pierce be that guy. And we can't do that with keep changing quarterbacks. So next year should be the last time we do it, but next time should be the last time, and we get our true franchise quarterback moving forward. So you guys let me know your thoughts about Alec Pierce. Was Ballard right with this draft pick? Should he have got somebody else? And how do you feel about him so far this season? And who should we get out the draft, or who should we get as our next quarterback? Let us know all these things, even if we got to fire Frank Reich. Let me know that as well. Let me know all these things in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.